Okay, so we're gonna take a look at a Linus versus Vaska hand, which I find pretty interesting. It's a normal sort of ace-king of diamonds versus ace-queen of clubs 4-bet situation. Pretty standard c-bet, high frequency c-betting spot for that sizing for Vaska, I think. But Linus goes for what I think is an unorthodox play. It's going for the check raise, even though it's probably just gonna be either a pure call or a very high frequency call. And he bets again on this turn, which is pretty interesting. Then once the king gets there, I bet he's just trying to fold out some. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to take a look at the solver and see what's up. I'm just gonna go with you as I go through it. Of course, pure 4-bet, but the ace queen of clubs is not a mandatory call. I sort of thought it was, but we can definitely shove there. Okay, so to this flop, solver bets 14.7, he bet 9. And it was already almost a pure c-bet, but now it's definitely a pure c-bet. And then we type in 24.5. And yeah, it's definitely unorthodox, but probably relatively close. So this can be a thing, especially obviously if your opponent is deviating from GTO in a way that makes this more profitable than this. So maybe Linus thought that was in fact the case. And quite interestingly, the ace king of diamonds is not having it all the time and is just go ahead and shoving a bunch. To which hands like king queen suited can actually cut it off. So it's a pretty interesting sort of dynamic there, as well as some gutters here with the backdoor flush draw. So it's sort of like an equity denial play, folding out all of these sort of check raise bluffs, and even just getting it in versus worse, all the way up until queen jack suited. So that's pretty interesting. But he does call. So I note locked that he was check raising 25% actually going to the turn, where the solver bets 51 and Linus bets 15. No, actually 14.5. Okay, so that is pretty interesting, right? After he check raises, he does have a significant sort of not advantage with all these 9s and the 5s that he was check raising. So he gets to bet a lot, especially for the smaller sizing. Gets to bluff a lot, including some ace highs, including his hand, which makes a lot of sense because it's sort of connected to the ace 9 of clubs here. Right, the ace of clubs and the ace of clubs of those two combos are connected, meaning they block each other. They're together into firing this off. Yeah. And yeah, there are a few ace highs already folded. It's more just equity denial of these combos. And just, yeah, we're getting to the river a little bit cheaper than if we, we're setting a smaller price. Sort of a Linus. Can be a strategy, right? Just to bet a little bit smaller than if you were to check call. Maybe you have to check fold if you check and he bets. Sometimes you can be betting for a smaller sizing in order to get to the next street with your equity. And that's what this bet with the smaller, quite small bet with the ace queen of clubs is also accomplishing. And it's just supporting by the nut and range advantage. And that Linus really has with all of these, or should have with all of these, right? These combos right here. So it gets to bet. And now for the kicker, let's say, it's still a little bit of, now that is definitely a pure shove. So actually pretty good play by Linus, right? Because now there's really a ton of ace highs and actually better hands that are falling, because Linus still has all of these 5s and 9s, now can actually shove some kings. So there's so much value. And where are his bluffs? Yeah, these ace, mostly ace highs and maybe some gut shots that are actually giving up. But ace highs are actually blocking value quite nicely. Look at that. Aces, ace king. So ace high is just a really, really good bluff. Right, the 8-7 is blocking the 8s here. Just ace highs are blocking a lot of value. So these make for really, really good bluffs, including the ace queen. All of these ace highs. So that was a really great bluff by Linus on the river there. And overall, I'd say just a really good play. Provided that, what was it? Krasifisk? No, Vaska plays in a way that makes this check raise profitable. And it's close enough that it can easily be that case. I note locked this. I don't know. Yeah, I note locked this, right? I think I note locked it. I don't know. I didn't. No, doesn't matter. But that was pretty close on the flop earlier, so yeah. Vaska, it's just a nice line by Linus actually. The flop is a deviation, but other than that, really great bets. So that's it for this video. Hope you learned a lot. Hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.